inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch, no. Real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey ladies, what's going on? Who did the title of this one say to you? August is on one. It should have, because I am. And I just got to start off the episode saying it because it just sounds so good. Automation is for bitches. Now, I know a lot of y'all hear me sometimes talk about being the anti-automation coach. And it's not that I'm anti-automation because, of course, I am pro passive income. But for those of you that know me and follow me long enough, you know what I mean. But I just had a rough week. I had a really, really rough week with my clients. And so I want to make this connection to, fulfilling your life's purpose and how automation does or doesn't play into that. How many of you have ever took those tests where it's like, answer this question, do you this or do you that, and do you this or do you that, and there's maybe anywhere from 10 to even sometimes up to like maybe a 50 or 100 questions, especially with like personality profiles, and basically the summation of your answers or certain patterns or if then whats have been programmed into the system to tell you your body type, your personality type, your brain type, what your interests are or should be for your career. Did anybody ever take the time to understand that in order for those programs to do that, it had to get data from somewhere? We can get fallen so in love with technology, but you do realize that a man programs technology based on human intellectual data. And so a lot of us, we're afraid of computers taking over and AI, when all it is that after many moons of studying people, there's enough in their whats, and there's the ability to make things respond in accordance to behavior, because humans are they're fucking predictable, aren't we? We really are. And if you don't believe that, then why does someone like me teach sales, where I can literally tell you what to say, what to think, what to do, how to act, and then tell you what the outcome will be if certain things are done on a sales call? Why do you think I'm a mindset coach? Why do you think I can push people and then pull back and do what I do and call them out on shit? And it's not just because I'm intuitive and I can be like, oh, the spirit is just kind of guiding me to. Sometimes I'll be sitting there looking like, wow, okay, I've been through a version of this before. The reason may not be exactly the same, but this person's going to sit here and try to justify what they doing as X, Y, and Z, when this right here is rooted in anxiety. And bam. And when I respond to my clients, a lot of times they be like, damn, you pulled up some shit that I didn't even realize was there. But because you saying it, I'm getting all emotional. So it must be real. Now that I've said all of that, this is why I'm doing this podcast episode. Automation is for bitches. There's so many people out here. I change lives and I create leaders. Listen, the people that I work with, the majority of them, it is hands-on human interaction. You are a healer, which means that you need to be having someone on the table. You are using stones and crystals and pendulums, and you're reading energy. You're doing mindset work. So you're sitting there listening and looking at the person on the Zoom video, and you're like, oh, this is what this is. So when you start talking about how you want to just fully automate everything you do, you punking out and you're getting away from the human experience. And so, yes, some of these bigger coaches out here that have been doing it for a longer time can have more sophisticated programs for the if, then what. But outside of that, when you get through, one of the biggest things that you need in a coaching relationship, since most of the people that follow me are coaches, is intimacy, human interaction and relationships. And I'm doing this podcast episode on the tail end of some much needed rest, meditation, relaxation, and also just sometimes I give my brain the time to not fucking think, not think about anything. And so I had a really rough 48 hours because of some things that were coming at me. You know, doing what I do in this industry, sometimes people put their mouth on you. For those of you that listen to the Monday recording, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so sometimes you can find yourself so frustrated because for a person like me anyway, I don't know about everybody else, but I really do truly give. We're in a world where we're hearing the statistics. We hear the statistics. We hear the 3% rule of 97. We hear that, the vast majority of entrepreneurs fall off, but we also see society changing. And I know that people need access to benefits that they never had. So guess what someone like me does? Because I believe in defying the odds, and because there's a piece of me that wants to save people that have never been given the opportunity to be saved, I have a tendency to coach people who dealing with mad, crazy issues. Not to mention that I'm a human being and I go through life and things aren't always great. So I go through issues too. But no matter how rough it gets, and sometimes my clients piss me off because they do shitty stuff, like they pull back and they lie and say stuff like, oh, I was just taking care of some things. It's like, nah, you was in your feelings because the last time we had a coaching conversation, I dug in about some stuff. And instead of having the conversation and working through it, you avoided the conversation. Instead of giving me pushback and us talking through it so we can come to a general consensus, you was just like, well, August and her strong personality said X, Y, and Z. And so, they don't say things, and that can get very aggravating. But most of these individuals, including myself, came from very dysfunctional relationships. Your barometer for love and what's acceptable and how you should be treated and what you should not tolerate for a lot of people is off. And so a lot of times we will have experiences that really kind of look and feel familiar to something else that we went through and want to categorize them, and we can sabotage relationships unknowingly. And the only way to get past that shit is to actually be in the thick of it, involved with people and relationships. And a lot of them, they need the love, they need the intimacy to actually see that someone cares about them. Now, as a coach, because I'm usually the one who's doing this more often than not, for more women and more than one woman at a time, and being that I am an empath, it can be exhausting. And, people will talk about, oh, well, you just got to keep yourself grounded and all that stuff. Yeah, for the most part, I do. And I don't take on nobody's shit that ain't mine and hold on to it. But nevertheless, I'm a human being, and no one has perfected the ability to be able to not take anything personal and not need any rest at all. Hell, even Jesus escaped to the mountains on a many a day to get the fuck away from the disciples. And I'm just saying, that's just real talk. That's just what it is. So, when I say automation is for bitches, I'm saying that for the people that are in the coaching arena that are saying that you want to have an impact on people, you want to change lives. Automation is a beautiful thing. Courses are a beautiful thing. Training videos, it's totally fucking awesome. Writing books, all of that. It's a beautiful thing. Me doing the podcast, I love all of this stuff. But real talk, 95% of the time, I absolutely love what I do. That 5% when it does hit, it hits hard when I find myself wanting to be in tears, crying, asking myself, why am I doing this? And I'm serious. And it's not even always with the people. It's not let me go ahead. You know what? I'm going to say that for another episode. We're going to talk about investment and people's behaviors and commitment. Yeah, we're going to talk about that one because some of you guys, I think I need to clear the air on this stereotype that people that invest more act better, or that people that don't invest that much don't do the work. And that's not 100% true. So I'm going to save that one. But anyway, so what I do as a coach, and what many of you do as a coach, it requires you to be heavily involved with people. And there's nothing in the world that automation can do to take the place of, frustration, anxiety, but at the same time, patience, compassion, and love and humanity. So I know a lot of your life's work, you're trying to listen to these gurus, but a lot of these people have mastered the art of creating products and marketing, and they have the budget to be scandalous, swindler, no good mofos. And I got tongue twisted trying to say it, but y'all know what I meant. I ain't gonna even try to re-say it again. So a lot of people are out here, telling you all you got to do is X, Y, and Z. They giving you processes to shit that they don't even do their damn self. Real talk. So I've been saying it. I'm going to continue to say it. If you're looking for a real coach who's going to work with you, walk through it with you, and you have found yourself in the need of a cost-effective option, not cheap, but cost-effective, then join me in the Fix My Business group. Take the time, have a conversation with me, and learn what it takes so that you can stop being in the land of confusion, stop thinking of things on your own, and also just join a tribe of other women who got it going on that are just beasts. Because whether it's up or down, and sometimes, things ain't always going perfectly, at the end of the day, people that know who my clients are, people look at them and they are in awe at their mastery of expressing who they are, marketing who they are, showing up in live video, that when they speak at speaking gigs, that people are in awe of who they are because they were already brilliant. I just turned the switch on and helped them understand how to establish that brilliance inside of a business. And you need that too. So head on over to augustcrenshaw.com. Go to the services tab, sign up for the Fix My Business group. It's literally only $200 a month. It's non-committed. If you want to, leave after 30 days, you feel like you got enough and that's all you wanted and you gone, deuces. It's up to you. If you still kind of test the waters and trying to see where my brain is at, a lot of my videos can be rented from anywhere between $67 to $147. Go to the Cash Tools tab, and see what my trainings are like. And if you have any questions or there's a high level of dissatisfaction, which I doubt that sincerely because I give more than most coaches on the planet, then holler at your girl and then I'll handle each question and concern accordingly. So you guys have an awesome day. And just remember, you doing what you're doing and being involved with people, you're the real MVP because automation is for bitches.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch.podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in